Hi everyone, this is Ramesh and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be learn about in the real number chapter exercise number 1.3, which is related to about terminating decimal number and non-terminating decimal number, rational numbers or irrational numbers and real numbers. About these. So to understand this exercise clearly, we must know about these three theorems: theorem number 1.3, theorem number 1.4, theorem number 1.5, theorem number 3 to 5. What this theorem will tell us, let us see once clearly. Here I wrote the theorem number 1.3, that x be a rational number. Yes, x is a rational number. Any x is a rational number whose decimal expansion is terminate. That means that x is a terminating decimal number. Let me write you here. You understand? X is a terminating decimal number. Suppose 2.56. So this x is a rational number. Why it is a rational number? Because it can be expressed in the form of a p by q. So x be a rational number whose decimal expansion is terminate, and x can be expressed in the form of p by q. Yes, this can be expressed in the form of p by q. This is a terminating decimal number. All the terminating decimal numbers can be expressed in the form of p by q. Let us expand in the form of p by q, that is 256 by 100. Yes. So here where p comma q are coprimes, p comma q are coprimes is said. What is the meaning of coprimes? Coprimes are that which are known as a relative primes also, where the common factor, only one has a common factor and the remaining factors are different of those numbers. Here p and q are coprimes. Let us see, either these are not coprimes now because this having a common factors. Let us divide by the common factors. Let us cancel by the two table. We can cancel. Let us cancel. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 1 left, 2 8s are here, 250s are. Again let us cancel here 25. Here can be cancelled as 64. Now 64 by 25, and these 64 factors and 25 factors are entirely different. In that 64 factors and 25 factors, only one is a common factor and remaining all the factors are different. So that here the 64 and 25 are known as a coprimes. Here p comma q, this is the form of p by q. So p comma q are coprimes. I hope you understand what is meaning of coprimes. Now, and the prime factorization of q. Here in the q in the sense 25. The prime factorization of 25. The prime factorization of 25. Numerator we write as 64. The prime factorization of 25. What you get? That is 5 square. Factorize the 25. We get 5 square. So the prime factorization of q is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. You keep the textbook so that you can understand more clearly if the letters are not visible. So it is there in the textbook, this theorem. If the prime factorization of q is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, then yes, here it is in the form of 5 to the power of m. As I told you in my previous video, that is about the decimal topics, that video link also I will give you in the description. If you have not seen that video, please see that. So here, if the decimal expansion of q is in the form of 5 to the power of m, so where n and m are non-negative integers. It is not a non-negative integer, it is a positive integer only. So it is known as a terminating decimal number. So these are known as a terminating decimal numbers. So and here because the theorem now, x can be is a rational number whose decimal expansion is terminates. Then x can be expressed అంటే ఒక x అనేది ఈ డెసిమల్ ఎక్స్పాన్షన్ అనేది టెర్మినేట్స్ లో ఉంటే టెర్మినేటింగ్ డెసిమల్ నంబర్ ని p by q ఫామ్ లో రాసిన తర్వాత ఆ q ని ప్రైమ్ ఫ్యాక్టరైజేషన్ చేస్తే అది ఖచ్చితంగా 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m ఫామ్ లో ఉంటది అని చెప్పేసి అంటున్నాడు ఈ థీరం. అంటే టెర్మినేటింగ్ డెసిమల్ నంబర్స్ ఖచ్చితంగా దాని ప్రైమ్ ఫ్యాక్టరైజేషన్ ఆఫ్ డినామినేటర్ ఈ ఫామ్ లో ఉంటుంది. either 2 to the power of n or 5 to the power of m or both also. But ఖచ్చితంగా 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, in this form it will be there. So If it is a terminating decimal number, definitely the prime factorization of denominator will be in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So let us see the one more what he was trying to tell us in the theorem number 1.4, that x is a p by 2 be a rational number. Now he said that x is a p by 2, and directly he gave this time. In the before, in this theorem they gave decimal number, terminating decimal number, and that decimal number be converted to the form of p by 2, where q is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, and is a terminating decimal number. This theorem also will be correlated and similar to this, but here they have taken a decimal number, changed into the p by q form, and q factorization is 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. Here we take x is a p by q. X equal to p by q be a rational number such that the prime factorization of the q, this prime factorization of q in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of n, where n and m are non-negative integers, where x is a decimal expression is the terminates. అంటే ఈ q ని prime factorization చేస్తే ఏదైనా fraction. So let me take here 64 by 16 suppose. Let us cancel, this can be cancelled. R0 takes 80. So 2 9s are and why to take this 64 by 25 before example only. Before example. Now 64 by 25, where it is the form of p by 2, where p and q are co-primes, and the prime factorization of q. Let us write the prime factorization of q. 64 can be written as pi square. 64 by 25 can be written as pi square. It is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. That means we can write here 2 to the power of 0. No? 2 to the power of 0 equal to 1. That means no changes in the values. Now it is in the form of completely 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. That is what. Now, so definitely the decimal expansion of these. Now the p by q fraction, the prime factorization of this denominator in the form of a 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, then the decimal expression definitely will be terminating decimal numbers only, not a non-terminating decimal numbers. That means here we are taking a decimal number, converted into the p by q form, where q in the form of a, definitely q will be in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. Here we have taken one fraction. So from that q we have factorized the q denominator, we have factorized. If that factorization of the denominator in the form of a 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, then it is a terminating decimal number, or else it is known as a non-terminating decimal number. This is what it is will tell us the non-terminating decimal number. Same. See, x is a p by 2, be a rational number. Yes, x equal to p by 2 is a rational number. Such that prime factorization of the q is not in the form of p by 2 into 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. The prime factorization of this q is not in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. Then it is known as a non-terminating decimal numbers, non-terminating, repeating or non-repeating decimal numbers. So these are the three theorems which are helpful to do the exercise number 1.3. So let us see where decimal numbers which are terminates. The terminating decimal numbers can be expressed in the form of p by q, where q definitely in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. Suppose any fraction. A fraction, so which is known as a rational number. The prime factorization of the denominator or q, it is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. Then it is known as a terminating decimal number. If it is not in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, it is known as a non-terminating decimal number. These are the three terms. Okay, the problems based on this, let us see now. Now, here I wrote the exercise number 1.3, first bit. 5 questions have written. What we have to do for this, let's see the bit. Now, these are the following questions. We have to write this fractions decimal expansion. We have to write the decimal form of these numbers. And later writing this decimal form of these numbers, we have to write that either it is the terminating decimal numbers or non-terminating decimal numbers. Decimal form we have to write and terminating or non-terminating, that is what we have to write. So let's do the simple thing to understand the first question. Let's see. Let us factorize the denominator first. Factorize the 8 till 8. If you factorize, what you get? 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 4. That means 8 equal to 2 cube. That means here we can write 3 by 2 cube. This 8 can be written as 3 by 2 cube. So let us write this 3 by 2 cube. Now what I am going to do is to write the decimal expansion. Decimal form we need decimal number with another. So we need a decimal number. So directly you can divide 3 and 8. You divide it, you get answer. Or not, let's go for the another process. How we get the answer here? So here 2 to the power of 3 is there. So let me multiply the numerator and denominator of this number. 3 by 2 to the power of 3. So let us write 5 cube by 5 cube. So as we have learned in the theorem that 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. See, 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So we are writing in that. If you write 5 cube by 5 cube, so there will be no change. If you cancel this, you get the same again. So 3 into 5 cube by, here you get 2 cube into 5 cube. 2 cube into 5 cube. Now 2 cube into 5 cube, then here 2 into 5 is 10. That we can write as a 10 cube. Now let us write this 5 cube, we can write as a 125. 3 into 125 by 10 cube without dividing. So we are not dividing it, directly we get the answer. See, 3 into 125, 3 5s are 15, 1 carry, 3 to the 6 plus 1, 7. And 3 1s are 3, 375 by 10 cube is 1000. Hence we can write this now. Now directly write the decimal form of this 0.375. Here 3 zeros are there. So this fraction will change it into the decimal form. So 0.375. The decimal numbers are countable or not? Yes, these are the countable. So it is a terminating decimal number. Terminating decimal number. Why terminating decimal number? The decimal number of decimal numbers are countable. Even the decimal, the denominator, factorization of denominator in the form of 2 to the power of m or n into 5 to the power of m. So it is a terminating decimal number. And not to get this answer, if you are confused here, you can divide in this method and get the same answer also. To understand in the different method I told you, these are the normal method where children used to do it. So let's go for the different method to learn. Then this one. So let us find factorization of 400. Let's see the find factorization of 400. 400. Let us factorize this 400. 2 200s, 2 100s, 2 50s, 5 10s, 2 5s. Hence here 1 2 3 4 and 5 square. Hence we can write here 229 by 2 to the power of 4 into 5 to the power of 2. This is what the prime factorization of 400. And see, let us write it. Now it is a terminating or non-terminating. Directly we can tell it is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. Not other than 2 and 5, not any other number we are appearing. By factorizing this 400, we got only 2 and 5 in the prime factorization. So it is a terminating one. Directly we can tell that here itself, these are the terminating. So what is the decimal expansion of this terminating p by q form number? Let's see that. So let us multiply. We need here to change into the 2 into 5. Directly we can't do it now. Here the powers are not same. Let us make it the powers are same. So what we do it to, let us write this 229 by 2 to the power of 4 into pi square is there. So this pi square also you write as a pi to the power of 4. How can we write it? by dividing the numerator and denominator into pi square by pi square. See, pi square into pi square, pi to the power of 4. So where a to the power of m into a to the power of 10 equal to a to the power of m plus n, by using that formula. See, 2 to the power 229 into pi square by multiply this 2 and this 2 to the power of 4 you write here. Then pi square into pi square, pi to the power of 4. Now here 2 into pi is 10. That means 10 to the power of 4 we get. That 10 to the power of 4. Let's see. Here this pi square is 25 now. 229 into 25 by 10 to the power of 4. Let us multiply this now. Okay, 229 into 25. Let us multiply. So 25 nines are 175. Sorry, 225. 225, that is a 5. 22 can. Then 25 twos are 50. 50 plus 72. 72 2 7 carry. 50 plus 7 57. 57 by 5 to the power of 4 is 10,000, that is. Now let us write in the decimal form 0.4 zeros are there. No, you write this number 5275. After these 4 digits you have to keep a decimal point. So now the decimal number is terminating one. This also terminating decimal number. No, terminating decimal number. Similarly, this also we need to do it now. Let us see. So this is a mixed fraction. Let us change into the improper fraction. 5 4s are 20 plus 1. 21 by 5. Here itself. Now directly the denominator in the form of 5 to the power of m. It is a terminating decimal number. Let us change now this 21 by 5. The denominator we write in the 10 form by dividing. Here 5 to the power of 1 only. So we multiply by 2 to the power of 1 again. 5 to the power of 1 into 2 to the power of 1 will give us 10 to the power of 1. So 21 into 2 to the power of 1 by 5 to the power of 1 into 2 to the power of 1. So 21 into 2, that is 42 by 10 to the power of 1. 10 to the power of 1 is nothing but a 10. That is nothing but a 4.2. It is also terminating decimal number. Here let us see the fourth one is that. So 2 by 11. The prime factorization of 11. The 11 is a prime number. We cannot be factorize the 11. So it is a directly non-terminating decimal number. Non-terminating decimal number. If you try to express the p by q form of this, the decimal numbers are uncountable. See, 2, 11. Okay, here we not give us 0.0. 11 ones are 11. We got 9, 90. 11 eights are 88. 2 left. It will be 0 again. So again 11 ones are 11. We get 9. 11 eights are 88. So we get 2. That means we get that 2 by 11. The decimal form we get 0.18, 18. That is that 0.18 bar. Okay, we are getting decimal numbers are repeating. So that's why. Now similarly 8 by 125. 125 you factorize, you get 5 cube. So 8 by 5 cube into, we need to change it to the 10 cube now. So that is 2 cube by 2 cube. So there is no division process. Like see, I am not dividing, but I am getting answer, the decimal expansion. So this is the process to do it very easy. So 8 into 2 cube by 5 cube into 2 cube. ఇక్కడ 5 ఉంటే ఇక్కడ మొత్తానికి ఈ పవర్స్ ని సేమ్ చేయాలి. చూడండి ఇక్కడ 5 2 to the power of 4 into 5 to the power of 2 ఉంది. అంటే ఇక్కడ 5 to the power of 4 రావాలి అంటే మళ్ళీ 5 to the power of 2 తోని మల్టిప్లై చేయాలి. అప్పుడే 5 to the power of 4 వస్తుంది. 2 to the power of 4, 5 to the power of 4. రెండింటిని మల్టిప్లై చేస్తే 10 to the power of 4 వస్తాయి. ఇక్కడ చూడండి 5 to the power of 3 మాత్రమే ఉంది. నాకు ఇంకా 2 to the power of 3 కావాలి. So I multiply by 2 to the power of 4. So that I will get here 8 into 2 cube is 8 by 10 to the power of 3. That means, so 8 into 8 64 by 10 to the power of 3 is 1000. That is, so just you Here is the decimal form 0.064. So it is a 3 decimal. After the 3 points, after the 3 digits, we have to keep a decimal point. 1, 2, only 2 digits are there. One more digit you keep it. Then this is a terminating decimal number. Why terminating decimal number? The decimal expansion is the form of 5 to the power of m. So it is a terminating decimal number. So let's see the next bit now. So here the second bit will tell us, without performing the division, actual division, we have to tell that either these fractional form p by q forms will give us terminating decimal numbers or non-terminating decimal numbers. ఈ ఫ్రాక్షనల్ ఫార్మ్స్ ని డెసిమల్ ఎక్స్పాన్షన్ లో రాస్తే ఒకవేళ అంటే డివిజన్ చేయకుండా ఇవి టెర్మినేటింగ్ డెసిమల్ నంబర్స్ ఆర్ నాన్ టెర్మినేటింగ్ డెసిమల్ నంబర్స్ అని రాయాలి. So let us see that how can we express, as we have learned in the theorem that if the prime factorization of the denominators in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, they are terminating decimal numbers, or else it is known as a non-terminating decimal number. Here it is clear. So let us see that here 3125 prime factorize of these 3125 factorized by 5. Here 5 6 are 30, 5 2 are 10, 5 5. Then again 5 are 125, 5 are 25 are. Then 5 5 are 25. That means here 13 by 3125 will give us 13 by 1 2 3 4 5 5 cube. So it is in the form of 5 to the power of m. So it is a terminating decimal number. The first one is the terminating decimal number. So let's see the next one. Let us factorize the 12. 2 6 are 2 3 are. That means here 11 by 12. This 11 by 12 will give us 11 by 2 square into 3 to the power of 1. Hence we got other than 2 and 5. If any number got it, that is a non-terminating decimal number only. Here we got 3 now. So it is non-terminating. Here we are not dividing, but telling that non-terminating decimal number. This will give us non-terminating decimal number because the factorization of denominator is not in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So see, 2 to the power of n is there, but not this 3 should not be here. If you divide it, you will never get terminating decimal number. Definitely you get a non-terminating decimal number. If you want, you can try it. Let's see that for this also. 455. 5 here. 5 is the 45. 1 is 91. So let us see that 91. So here 64 by 455 is 64 by 5 to the power of 1 into 13 to the power of 1 and 7 to the power of 1. And the only 5 appears along with 5. 13 and 7 are there. So it is also a non-terminating decimal number. Directly we can say. So 5 is there. But other than 5, these two numbers also appear in the prime factorization. So it is also non-terminating decimal number. So 1600. Let us see 15 by 1600. Let us factorize the 1600 one. 2 800 2 400 2 200 200 250 225 5 5 and see that we can write 15 by 1600 equal to what we can write is 15 by 1 2 3 4 5 6 2 to the power of 16 to 5 to the power of 2 and it is the form of only 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. Other than 2 and 5 is any number that appear in the denominator? No. So it is a terminating decimal number. Terminating decimal number. Similarly, I have to try for this. See 29 by factorize this to get 7 cube, and this is a non-terminating decimal number. 7 cube is not in the form of 2 to the power of n. And here directly we can say that it is the 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of n. So it is a terminating decimal number.
terminating or non-terminating. This is what fit actually. So here 7 power of 5 is there, other than 2 and 5. So it is a non-terminating decimal number. Here what we get? So 9 by factor the 16 into the power of 1 into 5 to the power of 1. And this is also non-terminating repeating decimal number. This 100, yes, 36 by 100. 100 what we can do is 100. Factor that, how can we write? 60, 25, 5, 5. That is 2 square into 5 square. And this is a terminating decimal number. Here 210, and take a bracket 105. So next 5 table, 5 to the 1 the 3, 7. That means you have 77 by 2 to the power of 1 into 5 to the power of 1 into 6 to the power of 1 into 7 to the power of 1. It is a non-terminating decimal number. So that in this video I have learned that without performing division, how to tell either it is a terminating decimal number or non-terminating decimal number. By front factorizing its denominator. The front factorization of denominator in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. Terminating decimal number Rn is known as a non-terminating.
Yes. Here the next bit, third bit. So here by using theorem, we have to write the decimal expansion of these fractions, as we have done in the exercise, in the same exercise first bit. In first bit, how I solved that and how I expressed the decimal fraction into the decimal form. In the same way, we are going to do it here by using theorem. Yes, using theorem number 1.3 or 1.4 actually. So by printing mistake 1.1 came in the textbook, that you change as a 1.3 or 1.4. Actually 1.4. So let's see that. Let us try to factorize the denominator. We have to factorize the denominator. What you get? Factorize the 25. You get 5 square. 13 by 5 square. Here 5 square are there. So we have to write the decimal number now. Let's see. Multiply by 2 square by 2 square. This is what we have done in the first bit. Yes. Now 13 into 2 square is 4. 5 square into 2 square, that is 10 square. Now 13 fours are 52. 52 by 10 square is 100. Nothing but you change into the decimal expansion now. 0.52. The 0.52. This is by using theorem actually 1.4. Now next, this is 15 by 16. Let us express this 16. That means factorize the 16. That is 2 to the power of 4. Try factorization of 16. That definitely you get as a 2 to the power of 4. 16 equal to 2 to the power of 4. Yes. Now we go for 15 by 2 to the power of 4 into 5 to the power of 4 by 5 to the power of 4. Because we have to get 10 to the power of 4. For that we are doing it. So 15 into 5 to the power of 4. 5 to the power of 4 by 2 to the power of 4 into 5 to the power of 4. 5 to the power of 4 in the sense what here? See, 5 into 5, 5 into 5. 5 5 is a 25, 5 5 is a 25. 25 into 25, 625. That means here 15 into 625 by 10 to the power of 4. 2 to the power of 4 into 5 to the power of 4. Now 15 5 is a 75. 7 can. 15 2 is a 30 plus 7, 37. 3 can. 15 6 is a 90 plus 3, 93 by 10,000. That is equal to 0.9375. This is the decimal expansion by using theorem. Hence, here directly we got it already 2 to the power of 3 into 5 to the power of 2. What we need to do? It's simple. 23 by 2 cube is there. We need 5 cube, but we have only 5 square now. So additionally we need 5 to the power of 1 into 5 to the power of 1. So 5 to the power of 2 into 5 to the power of 1, that equal to 5 to the power of 3. 8 to the power of m into 8 to the power of n equal to 8 to the power of m plus n. By using laws of exponent formula they are doing this. Now, so 23 into 5 to the power of 1 by 2 to the power of 3 into 5 square into 5 to the power of 1, 5 to the power of 3. Now 23 into 5. 5 is a 15, 1 carry, 5 to the 10 plus 1, 11 by 10 to the power of 3. Nothing but 115 by 1000, that is 0.115. Now this is what? Now next is here. Here also same thing. Now 3 square is there. So let us not to do that. Just we go for that. 7218 by 3 square is 9 into 5 square is there. 5 square. Again we need 2 square. So let us multiply by 2 square by 2 square. And we divide by 9 because 9 was 9 and let's see. So here what we get? 9. So 9 is 72. 9 is 72. Exactly equal. And 1 is not appears in the time table 0. And 9 to the 18. In 802 times. 9 into 802 7208. And here 802 into this 2 square by 5 square into 2 square is 5 square into 2 square. That is 802 into 2 square is 4. This is L square. L 4 to the 8 0 and 32 by L square is 100. That is 32.08. This is a decimal expression on that. So by using theorem. So one more problem is there that you try 143 by 110 by using same method again. So that is the exercise for you. Now let's see the next bit how to solve that. So what is the next bit? Let us see that. This is our next bit now. We have to be express these decimal numbers in the form of p by q, and that means we have to write in the form of fraction, and we have to be factorize the denominator. After factorizing denominator, what we have observed that we need to write in this bit. So that is what express the following decimals in the form of p by q and write the prime factors of q and what you observe. That is what bit. Now let us see. Now this 43.123. Let us express this in the form of p by q. That means 43.123. After the decimal there are 3 digits. Now let's write 1000. Now we have expressed in the form of p by q. Let us find out the prime factorization of this 1000. What we get here? 43,123 by it is 10 cube. This is in the 10 cube. The 10 cube can be written as by 2 cube into 5 cube. 2 cube into 5 cube is equal to 10 cube. So this is what now. Here it is a terminating decimal number because number of decimal digits are countable. Terminating decimal number. If you express this terminating decimal numbers in the form of p by q, the prime factorization of q definitely in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. This is what the theorem number 1.3 will tell us. I told you the beginning of this exercise about that theorem. Now here also just if you observe clearly 0.120, 120 again 1 standard. That means the next number definitely will be that. Is it 2? Let's see. Now the question will be continues this in this way, and let us go for that 0.120, 120, 1 and so on. Actually it is, so it should be continuous like this. So let's write this 0.120 bar. So let us express this. We have already learned this in our 8th and 9th class how to express these numbers in the form of p by q form. So directly I will write the p by q form. So write the number. What is the number now? 120 by how many bar contains numbers are there? How many digits are there? 1, 2, 3 digits are bar contains numbers. So write the 999. So this is the p by q form of these numbers. And it is they are not a terminating decimal number. No? If you prime factorize this denominator 999, 999 you factorize, it will be not in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. 999 ని ఫ్యాక్టరైజ్ చేస్తే 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m లో రాదు. ఎందుకంటే ఇది టర్మినేటింగ్ డెసిమల్ నంబర్ కాదు, ఇది నాన్ టర్మినేటింగ్ డెసిమల్ నంబర్ బికాజ్ నాన్ టర్మినేటింగ్ రిపీటింగ్ డెసిమల్ numbers, it continues like that. So in that way, so already if you can also cancel here 160 3 4s are 0s are and 333s are. In the same again it will be same, that non terminating repeating decimal number. Here 43 by 12 bar. So here 43.12 bar, that means 12 repeats continuously. So let us write, first we write 4312 by how many numbers this contains the bar? How many digits are contains bar C? So 2 digits contains bar, so 99. How many non-bar contains digits are 2? So keep 2 zeros. So the prime factorization of this number. Now this prime factorization of this number, we have to check either it is a terminating or non-terminating. So let's see 9900. Let's see here now 3 3 is 00 and 3 00 and 1100. Let's go for 5 5 to the 10 5 to the 10 and 0 again 5 table. Simple. 5 4 is 20 5 4 is 20 again 2 table 2 2 is and 2 11 is whatever the prime factorization here 4 3 1 2. Here we get here 2 square into 3 square into 5 square into 11. So whatever here 3 and 11 are extra again. So it is a non-terminating decimal number. Non-terminating decimal number, no. Bar contains numbers are non-terminating repeating numbers. This also non-terminating repeating decimal numbers only. So here 63 by 0.63 bar. That means here it can be expressed x equal to 0.63 63 63 continuously. So it is also non-terminating non-repeating decimal number, non-terminating decimal numbers only. No. So the prime factorization of this denominator should not be in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. That was the theorem. Let's see that here we express this how many 0.63 bar. It can be expressed 63 by how many digits are contains the bar 2. So 63 by 99. That's it. Non-bar digits are nothing. So let's cancel here 3 2s are 3 1s are 3 3s are that equal to 21 by 33. The prime factorization of 33. The prime factorization of 33 we get that 21 by 3 to the power. Again we can cancel here. Let's cancel. So here 3 7s are 3 11s are that is 7 by 11. The prime factorization of 11 is not possible. So here it is a non-terminating decimal number. Non-terminating decimal number. So here the decimal expansion, by the decimal expansion only we can say that either it is terminating or non-terminating. If it is a terminating decimal number, we can count the number of digits. So definitely the p by q form will be in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of n. అంటే decimal numbers ని కౌంట్ చేయగలిగితే ఖచ్చితంగా అంటే terminating decimal number అయితే prime factorization of q అనేది ఖచ్చితంగా 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m గా ఉంటుంది. అది non-terminating repeating or non-repeating. దానికి prime factorization చేస్తే denominator ని prime factorization చేస్తే 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m అనేది రాదు. Terminating decimal number prime factor చేస్తే 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m వస్తుంది. Non-terminating decimal numbers either repeating or non-repeating వాటికి 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m ఫామ్ లో రావు. ఇదే కంప్లీట్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ పరంగా చెప్తారు. Terminating decimal numbers గురించి non-terminating decimal numbers గురించి మాత్రమే చెప్తుంది. I hope you like this video. You understand this video. Keep practicing and keep learning. Keep smiling. Bye.